All right, we got a sub to kick this game off. Rightfully so, to celebrate it. G915. Not sure if it's a resub. The name sounds familiar. Maybe you've just been hanging out in chat. But G915, welcome to the club. You've actually just given us enough subs to do a t-shirt giveaway here at the end of the broadcast. Now, I say a t-shirt giveaway, but really it's anything from our store that's not a hoodie, because hoodies are freaking expensive. But if you want shot glasses, buttons instead, you take your pick, sir. Or whoever wins, really, at the end of the day. But we're all going to win right now, because this is the sickest segue into the sickest TVT. This is something you would see in the semifinals. This is something you would expect to see in the grand finals, but in the Alima League, we bring it to you in the round of 16. It is my pleasure to introduce the player in the bottom right corner of the map, the Pink Terran player, Keen.
And in the top left, we've got our red Terran player.
Yeah.
Playing for MVP. It is Marine King.
It's so hard to still recognize him on MVP. No disrespect to the team, but let's be honest, it's been MKP for years. I think that's what everybody still tweets him as. That's what everybody refers to him as. We even had Nathaniel on the cast with us last weekend, and he kept calling him MKP. Who can blame him? I mean, it's Marine King Prime for the longest time. But yeah, now it's MVP Marine King. It sounds a little bit weird to say. Maybe it'll grow on us eventually. Either way, this guy has shown us some of the sickest TVT in the past. He's also shown us some of the worst TVT in the past. I love Marine King, but he's the definition of inconsistent when it comes to the Alima League. I don't know which one we're going to see here today, but I do know that he's going to have to pull all the stops playing against Keen in this best of 3.
Yeah, it should be quite interesting. I've not seen the two players myself for a while, but I know they're both quite good when they try. But let's see, they went for... No, let's see. I swear one of them had 100 gas. Yeah, so Keen probably went for gas first, or what?
Yeah, getting that faster factory out. The sacrifice for this is like you get your reactor out a little bit slower, but that's okay because a lot of the time this factory actually leads to the faster starport rather than necessarily double pumping Hellions. But Marine King's actually investing in the Reaper here. Now on Foxtrot Labs, this is really interesting because this is the spawn location that has the back door, kind of similar to that of King Sejong to hop in and out of the base. So there's a lot of ways to use/abuse the Reaper here. But not actually investing in more, just throwing down that reactor right away is the follow-up.
Oh, he's gonna proxy Banshee.
Oh, I don't think he's a proxy Banshee. I think he's gonna proxy the medevac. Maybe? Hang on, we'll see. It depends what comes out of this factory. It could still be a Banshee, but to do this without a second gas seems a little bit silly. But if there's a build you do where you just go for a couple Hellions, you just proxy the medevac and lift them up right away.
Oh, really? Oh. I've not seen that before. Yeah,
usually it's got the reactor though, so again, like this is a bit of an odder opening out of Keen, but I mean the thing about Korea, and I don't mean this in a negative way at all, is it is a little more cheesy. The best players here are a little bit more cheesy, a little bit more all in, but looks to be doing. Oh, is it 4 Marines? Okay, 4 Marines, 2 Hellions possibly in this drop. Really strong stuff. We'll intercept the Reaper again. Really nice catch here. Sadly doesn't quite kill it.
And wow, that's a quick +1 out of Marine King.
Okay, Marine King has actually done this in the past, and Zombie and I have sat here flabbergasted as to why. This +1, from best we can tell, and I mean really, we'd have to pick Marine King's brain to find out more. Oh, he's going to catch this Reaper. The best we can tell is this +1 actually gives him an advantage on his Marines leading into the late game. I've never seen it have any bearing in any matchup. I've seen other players try to emulate this. It's never had any bearing early on, but this will get you your +3 significantly earlier than your opponent type thing. But 2 Hellions, 4 Marines, that medevac proxied, and this is going to be painful because Marine King's Marines are on the wrong spot to start this off.
Yeah.
Now do keep in mind, just the Marines alone from Keen are pretty strong here because they got the medevac to back them up. Beyond this, those Hellions had a lot of extra DPS, so they kite in and out, worried a little bit about the buffer here from those SCVs. Trying to get that angle here, but he's blocked in with the Hellions. Forced to retreat out of this, and this could have, should have, would have been much more damage. Only 6 workers died, but I mean that's not that bad. Not to start. Not to mention he's still got the units alive here for round 2.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but I mean he doesn't have a command center.
Well, I mean the logic here is like you're right. He doesn't have a command center, and it kind of sucks. But the idea is he's going to keep applying all this damage, so
yeah, exactly.
It'll never really matter. Needs to pick up that Hellion. Doesn't quite pick it up. A bit of poor control here out of Keen. And this gets shut down pretty hardcore. This is really bad. Actually loses the medevac on top of this.
Wow.
The idea is you do so much damage, you eventually transition into the Banshee you had called earlier, and it's not going to be able to happen. He's got to go back for round 2, but he doesn't have the damage for it. Hell, he's got an SCV in this medevac. That's how desperate he is to get some units over here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's just trying to go for the kill right. I thought he was going to go and drop in the natural stuff. Well, okay, he's catching Marine King out of position now. Ooh. Oh, this is kind of painful.
A bit of awkward block here. I mean, this is like the third time King gets physically blocked in by something silly. Still catches a couple more SCVs, and his command center did start behind this. So do keep in mind, even though Marine King did get a significantly earlier command center, he doesn't exactly have a monstrous worker lead. And that's, again, all thanks to the damage being done right now. The problem is, there's not really a lot back at home. The bunker's on the way. Where this finished, Keen's fine on the defense. But quite frankly, these two Marines and the Marauder will probably kill the SCV before the bunker finishes. And Keen's got to get back home here pretty quick.
Such a weird move by Marine King, but it's gonna be quite annoying. He's sending some units back though, so he should be okay, I guess. But Rifkin, I was right. I nailed it.
Yeah, here it comes. Yeah. Bunker gets canceled. He shouldn't have to cancel the command center, but he lands the Viking. Not that this would have had any bearing following up. I mean, this is just, again, showing how desperate too small amount of units can be, because were that bunker to finish, this follow-up attack wouldn't be so scary, but despite the fact that all these units have, like, no health, they're still going to destroy everything Keen has.
Yeah, and they've got Stim and +1.
Oh
my god.
Well, actually, the Stim actually hurts him, I think, more than helps him, to be completely honest here. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of these units are incredibly low. He can kite with the Hellion, doesn't kite with the Hellion. Oh, dear. Oh, bother. That Banshee and a couple of medevacs probably going to have to rally back home if he can. SCV's pulled into this, but the armor being so low, they will execute several Marines. Even the Marauder here. I've never seen workers be so effective. He holds!
And the Banshee is coming in now with...
Oh, did he lose the medevac on the way home? I think Keen lost his medevac on the way back home. Oh, Keen absolutely got his medevac sniped. It had 2 Hellions and about 3 Marines in it that were speeding back home for the defense, but he's not going to be able to save this command center. If this CC falls, that's going to be it for Keen. Although, his Banshee gets to the other side of the field.
Turret in the natural now, it's going to finish.
But there's some 6 spots you can hold position on. Don't forget, this is Foxtrot, but he doesn't move the Banshee. It's too late. And that's going to be game. That is, 100% game. Marine King, +1 on the Marines. Marine King with Stim, combat shields, everything going his way. GG is called. Map number 1 will go to Marine.